Hi and welcome to another episode of Chit Chats with Plants in Our Cups. My name is Caro and today we will be talking about a topic that is so dear to my heart. So happy new moon. I also wanted to let you know that this will be the last episode of Chit Chat with Plants in Our Cups for a while. So I really hope you enjoy it. And today we will be using only 3 ingredients: hot water, rose powder, and coconut cream. So let's get started on our recipe and then let's jump on our chit chat. So now that we have our drinks ready, why don't we take a moment to hold it in between our hands and close our eyes. And start concentrating in our breathing. Breathing in through the nose. Pausing in the middle. And exhaling through the mouth. Let's breathe in once again. Pausing in the middle. And breathing out. And one last time, breathing in. Pause. And breathe out. Let's put an intention in our drinks for today, for this new beginning, for this new moon. And with the eyes closed, start sipping your drink without spilling it. Just trusting yourself. I would love for us all to keep our eyes closed, focusing on the sounds around us. Listening in silence. Whatever sounds we are hearing, welcoming them, accepting them, loving them. hearing the sounds around us, the ones that are pretty close to us, maybe someone in the next room, in the same house, and also the sounds that are very far away, but we can still listen. Accepting them, welcoming them, loving them. And when you feel ready, bring some movement to your hands. Maybe get your lips wet. And looking down, start opening your eyes slowly. Welcome back. So, something that has been coming through for me a lot lately is the power of silence. And with that also comes the importance of language, because language is such a powerful tool to be able to talk from one person to the other, to have a message be received or given very directly from one to the other. And even with words and even with language, there are so many misinterpretations that we do. So imagine if we wouldn't have language, we would be fucked. So this is by no means to say that language is not important. Language plays such an important role in literally everything we do. But what I want to focus on today is all the unspoken languages that are happening at the same time. And I mean the languages that are without words, happening within ourselves, the languages in between interrelationships with another human being, with another being. It may be an animal, a plant, with your own home, with the dream world, with so many other spaces where there are beings, things, spirits, allies, all the things giving us messages all the time in different ways. And lately I've just been thinking about how much space are we actually doing in our day-to-day life to be in silence and listen. How are we making space in order to start listening and understanding all these unspoken conversations that are happening, and everything is trying to speak to us? So that also brings me to something that I've been thinking a lot about lately, that is, within language, we have words, and each word has a definition. So it's pretty much a box. It has a beginning and an end. And even having something like words, when I say I am happy one day and then I say I am happy 3 days later, I might mean something completely different. And there are a lot of things that we feel that words have not been created for that. And that is where the magic of different languages begins. Having words like saudade, or so many words that exist in one language but don't exist in other, meaning there are definitions for things in one language. So if you speak that particular language, you might be able to identify with something that other person, not who doesn't speak that language, might not have the capabilities of representing that feeling that they have. And I believe that is one of the most magical things of the unspoken conversations going on with other beings and also within ourselves. And what I mean by that is, I feel that the conversations that happen without language like English or Spanish are way more abstract. So at the end of the day, the spaces in between where something ends and something begins are more blurry. And that's where a lot of playfulness and opportunity starts to appear. And I know I've talked about this before and I will keep on talking about it, but I feel that taking care of plants in my home has been one of the best ways for me to make space to start listening to the unspoken conversations. And, if I am just watering in a schedule, my plants will probably die if I am not paying attention the things and the messages that they are giving with their whenever the leaves start falling, or whenever one leaf turns from green to yellow, or if a lot of leaves are dead. If I am not paying attention to those things, then I might not realize, oh, this plant needs less sun, less direct sun. It needs more moisturizing. It needs less water. So that's why taking care of plants has become for me such a beautiful meditation, because it becomes this practice and this space where I am making silence, not to think how I want them to look, not to put my own words on, oh, I think this plant would look great next to that painting, but rather listen if that plant needs to be there because of the conditions, the air, the amount of light it receives, and all the other factors. So it's very interesting because even while meditating, I feel the objective with talking about silence is not coming to this point where we are completely blank and there's no thoughts going on. I feel it's more of making the space to be silent, to start listening to all those conversations that are going on, and we are not paying attention when we put more noise on top of it. And this brings me to the topic of intuition. How is intuition talking to us, and how much space are we making to listen to all these messages that are coming through all the time, everywhere, including in the dream world? And how can art be also a supportive practice to help us make space to listen and start understanding all these unspoken conversations going on, even within ourselves? I feel that sometimes we just put so much information from the outer world because we might be scared to see what does our inner world have to say. But I feel that that's just putting band-aids one on top of the other all the time, especially now that we have a Pandora box in our phones. So when do we actually close the Pandora box and open the Pandora box that comes with us and that is inside of us, and that will never go away if we don't start opening and seeing all the things that are within it? I feel that art becomes such a beautiful space for that, especially practicing making art without music, without podcasts, without videos. And I'm not saying this is the way we should all do art. It's just an invitation to try it sometime if you feel there's a lot of noise going on right now. And I feel for me, it goes in waves. There's moments where I need to make those spaces of painting without listening to anything and just paying attention to the noise outside so I can start paying attention to the noise within me. And there are moments where I'm listening to all the music, all the audiobooks, all the videos, and that's okay. It's just cycles. We go in cycles. But today's video is just an invitation to ask, how much space are we making to that part of the cycle, which is welcoming silence and welcoming listening. So on that note, I will stop talking and let you have space for silence. I hope you have a beautiful new moon. I wanted to say once again that this will be the last chit chat for a while because I want to figure out how to make this a space that becomes more of a community space, maybe bringing guests over, like I have with Florencia in the past. But I'm trying to think about what would be the best way to do that once COVID is gone, if that ever happens. And I just wanted to be safe and inspiring for everyone. And at the same time, this won't happen right away. This is just a dream for the future. Right now, I know that I need to welcome more silence. So I will be taking a break from chit chats. And in a few months, I'll also be taking a break from social media, including making YouTube videos. So then I can come, having listened to all those messages, and with more space and more energy. So I hope you have a great new moon. Happy new moon. If you like this channel, feel free to subscribe here or to my Patreon, Instagram, TikTok. All the things are linked in the video's description box. And yeah, just an invitation to welcome silence. Bye. Have a great rest of your day or night. See you soon.